Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Samar from the Naqabi Diaries, and I'm reading this book, The Ideal Muslimah. Link to the PDF version in the description box, inshallah. And this section regarding the mother-in-law and her son-in-law is entitled, She Helps Her Daughter to Be a Good Wife to Her Husband. And subhanAllah, this is critical and it's so important. Anything that we do as mothers, we need to remember that as mothers, and especially those of us who are married, we are setting an example of marriage to our children. So it's important as much as possible. One of the key things which is advisable for any couple is that you do not argue in front of your children. And this obviously helps to protect them from having negative ideas about marriage in general. But when our children do get married, it's important that we support them with these same good advices, make sure that we remind them. And if we see that any of our own children are having any kind of shortcomings with regards to keeping up their obligations and responsibilities in the marriage, it's important that we as the mother-in-laws point that out. Don't have double standards, and don't be biased towards our children when they are falling short of their responsibilities in the marriage. As mothers of our children, we are trying to protect their marriage and encourage them, and as much as possible to do the best in their marriage so that the marriage will be successful. This is really important. So as a mother-in-law, you should help to protect the marriage by helping your daughter see the best things in her husband. Any good points that he has, it's good to point them out to your daughter so that your daughter can feel happy. She feel more joy and pleased that she's married to this man. Because sometimes when you're in a relationship and you're having this run-of-the-mill life, you're doing the same things over and over again, sometimes you can become forgetful, or maybe sometimes fail to see the good traits that people have and the blessings that come about as a result of that. So as a mother-in-law, somebody who is, you're still connected with your daughter and obviously your son-in-law as well, but you're still outside of their personal marriage relationship. When you see that your son-in-law has good traits, point them out to your daughter so that she can see that, oh yes, actually she can be reminded that yes, he has good character, he has good qualities, and this is why she married him, obviously. So give her these reminders, inshallah, because that will help her to love her husband even more. Okay, and not just because he's a good person, but also because she can see that he's somebody that even her own parents are happy with this individual. And this should only be done obviously if he is a good person. You're not trying to make up lies about him to make him look better than he is in order to keep your daughter in a marriage that isn't good, maybe, for example. So we're not talking about issues where there's clear domestic abuse or anything going on. We don't want to force our daughters to stay in such marriages. This is un-Islamic. So we're not talking about that. We're talking about genuine situations where there is a good marriage, two good people together who are compatible. And there could be times when they're maybe going through some rough patches. Maybe there's some kind of external burdens that is having issues on the family and causing some emotional distress between the couple, and it could be causing some friction between them. So times like this is good for you as the mother to remind your daughter of the good qualities of her husband, inshallah. This points to encouraging your daughter as well, to encouraging her to be a good wife, because as a mother, which one of us, having given birth to children, want to be a mother of a child who does not fulfill their responsibilities and their rights towards somebody else? This brings shame to us, as knowing that you brought up your child, especially in an Islamic home. We try to bring our children up to the best, to have the best manners and the best personalities and the best characters, and to treat people fairly with respect and dignity. So we want to be those mothers who feel proud of our daughters and sons as well when they're going to marriages, that they are treating their spouses well and fulfilling their obligations according to Islam. Alhamdulillah for everything. Jazakallah khair for listening. Anything that I've said that is correct is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and anything that I've said which is incorrect is from myself, and Allah knows best. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.